Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching again. So today I have another press on nails video, and today I'm gonna show you guys as well how to draw the Takashi Murakami, or however you say it, flowers. So how to hand draw them, because I've seen a lot of nails with these flowers, and I don't know who started the trend, but I really loved how they looked, so I tried to paint them myself. And I'm not the professional at like hand painting stuff on nails, so please bear with me, but I did my best. So if you want to see how I did it, then keep on watching. As you saw in the beginning, I showed you guys which tips I'm using and which stands for the press-on nails, and I got both of those from Cakes Ink Nails, but I will be linking everything I use down below as always. And then you're also gonna need like those sticky things, but you can get those at any store, I think, for really cheap, and you can also always reuse them again. And I'm gonna do a size S for this set today. And if you're struggling with like which size of tips you have to use for which size, I have a sizing video and sizes on my Instagram, so go check that out if you don't know how to do that. And after, you will have to buff the surface of all of the tips with just a buffer stick. Then for the base color, I decided to take 101 Milky White from Not Polish. And I have a code for Not Polish, which is Tasha, if you want 10% off of your order from Not Polish. And before I start putting acrylic or anything on the press-on nails, you have to make sure that the sticky things you put under, that they are not like sticking out on the side too much, so they're not under the acrylic, if you know what I mean. So just make sure you don't put any acrylic or gel polish over those, because later you won't be able to get them off, or it will just look weird and you're gonna have to file a lot. So yeah, and I just placed the acrylic bead right on, like not all the way on top, but just a little bit under, and then I work it up so it really fades into the top. And I really don't want these nails to be bulky at all, so I'm just working with small beads at a time and just placing beads wherever I need more acrylic or where there's no color yet, because since they're press-on nails, I really don't want them to be too thick or anything like that. Now for the filing, I just roughly file around the side walls and at the front of the nail. And you don't want to file around the top where it lays on the nail, because you want to maintain the size that you picked for your client or for yourself, so it still fits your nail after filing as well. So you want to be careful with that. You can file really finely around it, but don't change the size of the nail, or don't try to change the size of the nail. And then I also file on top of the nail and make the surface really smooth and get rid of any lumps or bumps that may have been created with the acrylic. And after that, I take my drill, but you will see that in a bit. So with the drill, I just take a sanding band and then I file away any of the acrylic that maybe got underneath of the tips. So that's what I'm taking off right now. And after that, I also file around the top of the nail, but only on the surface of the nail, not on the edge, if that makes sense, to thin out that area just a little bit, so when it sticks on the nail, it doesn't look bulky. And then I also go around the side walls and the front of the nail again. And yeah, get rid of any other things that I don't want to have anymore underneath of the nail and the side of the nail, but really smoothly to, again, not change the size of the nail. So as you can see, one of the nails didn't have enough acrylic on them, so I just put some more on the area that was like kind of see-through. And this is also to show you guys that it is important to take the nails off the stand, because when they were on the stand it just looked like it was just all the way covered with the acrylic. But when you take them off, you can just quickly see under the nail and really see how they look without the stand. So that's just a tip. Take them off from time to time and look how they see how they look, and then you can just place them back afterwards if you want to. And then I took this weird looking bit that I just got with my nail drill and filed underneath of the pinky, because the sanding band didn't really get under there, and I didn't want to take like a coarse drill bit or anything like that to ruin the nail, because it was really tiny. So that bit worked fine to get rid of that acrylic that got underneath of the pinky. And after that, you want to just take a buffer stick and make the surface really smooth. After buffing, I took this pencil and started drawing the flowers that I wanted to draw. And I did look up some of those flowers on the internet, so that really helps if you see like what you want to draw in front of you. And I started by drawing the circle and then drawing the petals, and it really helps to draw it with the pencil first instead of going right in with the gel polish. But I advise you to do little strokes like I do right here, and not doing it in one line, because then you have more control of your pencil. And yeah, I just drew like equal petals all around the circle. After drawing the petals on, I drew the eyes and the mouth. And you don't have to worry if it's not perfect with the pencil, because you can always erase it with an eraser, or take some acetone or polish remover and then just like wipe it away, which I used. And yeah, just draw it again if you don't like it. Then I decided to take this cotton and just take some acetone and wipe over the pencil to like fade it a little bit so there's not like really harsh lines. So when I go over it with the gel polish, it won't like shine through. So I don't know if that helped or if it does anything. Let me know if you know, but I feel like it did help because you didn't see any pencil through the gel anymore. But yeah. Then I started off by taking this yellow number 140 from Victoria gel polish and drew in the middle round part of the flower first, and I cured it for like a minute in the LED lamp, in the UV lamp, and I did like 2 or 3 coats of that to make it really covering. And I did have like kind of a struggle with curing the gel polish in the lamp, and I have no idea why. I thought maybe it's because they are press-on nails, because I never had this problem before on like real nails or when I do it like on my trainer hand or something like that. So let me know if you have had this struggle before, because sometimes I cured it in the lamp and even for like 2 minutes and it wasn't dry, or like some parts were dry, some were not. Maybe it's the gel polish, I don't know. Please let me know if you have had this struggle before or if you know someone that did. But anyways, after like 5 coats it was really done, but some were dry after the first time, so those I did like 2 coats, and yeah. After the yellow is all done, I take all these different colors and I keep alternating between them. So I took neon pink, orange, yellow, blue, or like turquoise, green, and blue. And you can see them in the back, so the brands that I use. And for these I also did like 2 or 3 coats depending on how fast they dried or how covering it was. And make sure to clean your brush before you go to the next color, because especially with the yellow, you don't want to like mix them. And I just dipped it in some like acetone and then wiped it on a paper towel and then went to the next color. After I liked how all of the colors were looking and how covering they were, and after curing them, of course, I took some white gel polish and outlined everything of the flower with that. And before curing, I took a little brush with some acetone on it and cleaned up the edges to really make sure the lines were clean, because this is the last step basically of the flower. So you really want to make sure that the lines are kind of clean and not all over the place. After, I took a really small dotting tool and took some black gel polish and dotted the eyes with the black gel polish, and drew the mouth with some white gel polish as well. And I unfortunately can't link the art brush that I use, because I bought it at a local nail supply store near my house, so I can search for a similar one, but unfortunately not exactly the same one as I use. After curing all of that, I just did all of the white again, so outline and the mouth, and then I took the same dotting tool again and dotted a really small dot of white inside of the black. The last step for the nails is just to put on a coat of top coat and then cure it again in the UV lamp. And then I also wanted to show you guys how I package my press-on nails. So I always either do these baggies or I have like small boxes as well. But I felt like these holographic bags or Ziploc bags really complemented with the look of these nails. So I just take a piece of paper and cut it to the size of the bag or a little smaller, and then take this two-sided tape and just stick on the nails. And yeah, put them inside the bag, and that's the finished look. So I hope you guys like how they turned out. Let me know how I did in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe. I really appreciate all of you guys, and want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.